The moment my boss wrapped his arm around my wife, I felt my stomach drop. We were at a company celebration, surrounded by co-workers, laughter, and clinking glasses. It was supposed to be a proud night for me. Instead, it became the night my life cracked open. He pulled her closer than necessary, his hand lingering on her back. I froze, unsure if I was misunderstanding what I was seeing. Then he leaned toward me with a smug smile and said, "Relax. She's mine now. Wait your turn." His words were soft, but sharp enough to cut through me. The room felt suddenly too loud and too quiet at the same time. My wife stiffened, but she didn't pull away immediately. That hesitation hurt more than his words. Everyone around us laughed, thinking it was some tasteless joke. I felt anger rise, but I swallowed it. Reacting in that moment would only make me look weak or reckless. My boss thrived on power, on watching people squirm. I decided I wouldn't give him that satisfaction. I excused myself calmly and walked away, my heart pounding. In the restroom, I stared at my reflection, barely recognizing the man looking back. Years of hard work, loyalty, and patience, all of it felt suddenly meaningless. When I returned, my wife was standing alone near the window. Her face was pale. She whispered that she felt humiliated and trapped, unsure how to react without causing a scene. Hearing that steadied me. This wasn't just about my pride anymore. Over the next few days, I replayed that moment again and again. I realized it wasn't the first time my boss had crossed lines, just the first time he'd done it so openly. And I knew reacting emotionally wouldn't fix anything. Instead, I started documenting everything. Emails, messages, witnesses. I spoke quietly with coworkers who admitted they'd seen his behavior before, but were afraid to speak up. Piece by piece, a pattern emerged. At home, my wife and I talked more honestly than we had in years. She apologized for freezing, for not pulling away sooner. I told her I understood fear better than she thought. That night, something fragile but real began to rebuild between us. A week later, I requested a formal meeting with HR. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse wildly. I simply presented facts, dates, statements, witnesses. The room grew silent as I spoke. My boss laughed at first, dismissive and confident, but his smile faded when HR asked him to step outside. For the first time, I saw uncertainty in his eyes. An internal investigation followed. People I never expected came forward. Stories poured out: harassment, intimidation, abuse of power. What he did to me and my wife was only the tip of the iceberg. During that time, work was tense, but I felt lighter. For once, I wasn't carrying the shame alone. I realized how much silence had cost me over the years. When the decision came, it was swift. My boss was terminated and reported. The company issued formal apologies and offered support to those affected. Power shifted quietly, but completely. The day HR informed me, I didn't feel victorious. I felt calm. Justice, I learned, doesn't always feel loud. It feels right. At home, my wife hugged me, this time tightly and without hesitation. She told me she felt safe again. Those words meant more than any promotion ever could. Some coworkers treated me differently after that. With respect. With caution. I didn't mind. I had learned the value of standing firm without shouting. Weeks later, I was offered a new role under different leadership. I accepted, not because of revenge, but because I finally believed I deserved better. Looking back, I realized that one moment of humiliation forced me to make a choice. Stay silent and small, or act with patience and purpose. I chose the second. My boss thought power meant taking what he wanted. He was wrong. Real power was knowing when to wait, when to move, and how to change everything without losing yourself.